What's going on, guys? Hey, I'm going to come back. I wanted to bring you an ad from the Harris Walz campaign. And again, showing just how much they value marriage, just how much they value the family unit. And again, how much they encourage lying between spouses. Again, it's normal, it's good, it's okay. It's okay to be a certain way. And then, I'm going to get a little bit further into how the Democratic Party is anti-family. And again, you can see it. It's not hard to see. But guys, man, if you would, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Watch this.
Your turn, honey.
In the one place in America where women still have a right to choose. You can vote any way you want. And no one will ever know.
Did you make the right choice?
Sure did, honey.
Remember, what happens in the booth stays in the booth. Vote Harris Walz. Vote Common Good is responsible for the contents of this ad.
Guys, man, this ad is not even close to being correct. It's not even close to being real. Again, they depict the little woman as being afraid, being so afraid of telling her husband, hey, look, I don't want to vote for who you want to vote for. I'm not going to do that. Again, she's not afraid. Women, for the most part, they're not afraid. Again, they may not want to hurt somebody's feelings, but even then, that's questionable. I mean, again, majority of women, at least that I've seen out there nowadays, they control, they dominate the marriage. Again, happy wife, happy life. They dominate things. Again, you don't want the wife to understand. You don't want the wife to know that you're going to play golf or you're going to hunt or whatever, because she might object. And again, we can't make her feel sad. We can't make her feel anxious, whatever. Again, you have to do what the woman says. And again, you see it even in popular culture, sitcoms. The man is the big dumb oof. Again, if there's an argument, he goes out to the doghouse. He leaves the house. He sleeps on the couch. And again, that's the way we do, things are accepted in today's world. Again, the woman being afraid of letting her husband know who to vote for, and the idea that, that's one of the only places a woman can still choose for what she wants. Now, that's not close to being true. And then somehow, these two women in the voting booth, there's more of a connection and knowing who the other one voted for than there is between the husband and the wife. And that is truly a problem right there in itself. There's more of a connection they're trying to drum up between two women that don't even know each other than there is between the husband and wife. And also, they're encouraging lying. They're encouraging being dishonest. Again, if that's going to cause such a big problem in your marriage, then maybe you need to reevaluate your marriage. At least you need to sit down with your spouse and talk to your spouse. Hey, look, I feel differently about this, and this is why. And then they say, okay, I understand that. Do you understand my point? And again, there needs to be a discussion about that. Because again, the only way to make anything better is to discuss it, to bring it out in the open. You can't hide it, expect things to get better. They're not, they're going to get worse. And again, showing you just how much the Democratic Party hates family. Watch Michelle Obama.
devastating consequences of teen pregnancy won't just be borne by young girls, but also by the young men who are the fathers. They too will have their dreams of going to college. Their entire future is totally upended by an unwanted pregnancy.
Unreal. You know, we got to understand, man, this stuff is unreal. Why the hell would anyone be telling you, you know, again, that pregnancy, an unwanted pregnancy could ruin your life? Again, not only abandon the mother, abandon the baby as well. Have the baby killed. You know, again, that could really impact your life. Again, your partying, your video games, your college, whatever, it's going to make things worse. Have it as a possibility that it's not going to make things worse. It's going to make things better. Again, maybe it's what you need to push yourself to become whatever, to think about something other than yourself. Again, to actually study to become something. Again, maybe you would never reach your goal without that. Maybe having a child opens up the door to another life, a better life. And again, you will never know that if you kill the child in the womb. You will never know it. You know, again, I know plenty of parents. I'm a parent myself. I've got 3 kids. And I've never heard anyone once seriously say, you know, well, if I could turn back time 20 years, whatever, I would kill my child. I would get rid of it. No. But I have heard plenty of people say, if I could turn back time, I would never have gotten that abortion. People have got to think for a minute. They got to think for a minute. And they got to realize, you know, yeah, they may be, you know, I may be afraid to have this child, to move forward in life, but I have to. That is the next step. And again, I'm not going to even think about getting rid of it. And why would anyone else, some politician that doesn't even know you, be up there telling you to get rid of the child? Again, you don't want that. They literally teach you to be needy, to be childish, to not grow up, not be responsible for you and your offspring. Just get rid of it. Again, that is truly, truly evil. Again, that leads to legislation like this. Watch.
Newsom has signed a bill that would ban school districts from notifying parents about a student's gender identity. That means school districts will have to remove policies that require parents to be informed if their child identifies as transgender. The passage of the bill comes after several districts across the state put similar notification policies in place without the student's consent. Staff can no longer be forced to disclose a student's sexual orientation, gender identity, or gender expression.
How absurd is it if you say that you're truly concerned about the kid, about the family, that you wouldn't tell the parent? You know, yeah, we got to remember that, you know, the children are many more times more likely to commit suicide if they identify as trans. And, you know, again, they're much more likely to be severely mentally ill. We have to understand that. You know, again, if you're looking out for the kid, if you're truly looking out for the kid, looking out for their family, you would tell them, hey, look, you know, your child identifies as whatever. And again, we should understand that. I mean, minor kids are minor kids, and their parents are responsible for them. Again, how can they be truly responsible if they don't know something about them that could be, dangerous, disastrous? And I'm going to show you guys a clip here in a second of a woman whose child was taken away from her because she would not affirm her child's identity. And we got to understand, number one, if a parent won't affirm the child's identity, again, in the state or whatever is going to take the child away, they're saying, hey, look, we're going to take your child away from you if you won't play make-believe with your child. Again, your child is clearly a boy or whatever. But again, because you won't play make-believe, we're going to take the child away from you. And again, we're going to put the child wherever we see fit. And very often, and I'm sure time's going to show, that, again, you should not affirm to anyone what they're not, but what they say they are. Again, that's serious. If they want to play, if they want to dress up, like whatever, fine. But again, if they believe they are, and you just affirm their delusion, that's going to hurt the child, that person, long term. And I'm sure it's going to work out that way. But in this case, I'm going to share in a second, this woman, Abigail Martinez, I believe her name is, she had her child taken away. And her child wound up committing suicide. Watch.
Seventh grade, by the end of seventh grade, eighth grade, she's starting to show those signs of depression. I seek for help. I talk to the school so they can keep an eye on her. They did it at middle school when she when she started high school is when the doors opened to what she was talking about, it like transgender, going to meetings, going to all the support that they think that they have for these children, which is not. The school psychology and the LGBT was told DCFS that my daughter will be better off out of the house. And they did. They did. They took away my daughter when she was 16 years old. I tried my best to get her back, going to court every single month. I never missed a court date because I want my daughter back. But yes, it was my daughter who they were picking, their pieces out of the tree.
Guys, we got to understand. We have got to understand that the people that are actually working against you are the ones that are pretending they're for you. The entire Democratic Party, for the most part, they're against you. They're not doing anything to help you. They're not going to do anything. Again, they're telling you you're pregnant. Well, again, abortion. Again, abortion is the right thing to do, especially if you're young. Again, we used to have kids when we were, when we were teenagers. But now, again, you have to wait until you're whatever age, 30, 35, whatever. And again, things are stable. I'm not saying, it's ideal to have a kid when you're 19 or whatever, but maybe that's what you need. And apparently, if you're pregnant, you're supposed to have a child. Unless you do something, you intervene in some way to remove the child. Again, if you're old enough to lay down and make the child, you're old enough to again, give it a family. You know, I'm not saying again that everything is going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. But no one said life was easy. No one said. And doing the right thing is rarely easy. You know, again, but it may be exactly what you need. I mean, it may be exactly what you need to get ahead in life. But who told you that, you know, again, because you're not, you know, 28 or what and married and, you know, again, with a 401k or 401k and whatever, who told you that it would be a good idea to abort your child? Who told you that's a good idea to lie to your husband about who you're voting for? Who told you that it would be a good idea to take away kids from families that, you know, that won't affirm them? You know, again, they're a boy and they think they're a girl. And again, they won't affirm them. So again, we got to do what's best. We got to take the child away. And who thought that it would be a good idea? That's best. The Democrats. And again, that's what I'm trying to point out. That the ones actually trying to control you, actually trying to control the family, are the Democrats, not the Republicans. And again, people, they got to see that. They got to understand that. You know, again, they're the ones that want to put their hands where they don't belong. They're the ones that want to have control. And again, we have to understand that control does not belong with them. Again, they don't have your best interest in mind. No one really does, except for you and the ones that love you. If you guys would please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Thanks.
You son of a